Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Football Roundup. It's gonna be another brief episode just because of what's happened in the world of football. But I basically want to start it off paying respect to I guess one of the greatest, if not the greatest player ever. It's a sad day for football. It's a sad day in general, but I think it's important that we pay tribute to those that come before us, and especially those that have made such a great impact on the game that we all love, and someone who's impacted a bunch of players that we idolize ourselves. So I just want the memory of Maradona to stay alive. I know that he has created a legacy that will never be topped, and it's just a very sad day for football. Very sad day. We lose one of the greats, but the memories are still there. Someone like me who wasn't there to witness it live, we still have highlights, we still have full games available that we can just rewatch, and then apart from that, listen to those that were contemporaries of Diego. When you hear them speak, whether it's someone like Lineker or even someone like Ancelotti, just people that were able to be there on the same field as him and appreciated his abilities. But Diego will never be forgotten. He has been immortalized in the world of football, so he is gone but not forgotten. Okay, you guys, time to start it off with the Premier League. The first match I want to talk about is Manchester United going up against Southampton. Didn't look good for United going in. They were 2-0 down by the end of the first half, and second half, the first player that they substituted was Cavani. Cavani coming off the bench for Greenwood, and he basically won the game for United. He ended up setting up Bruno for the first goal, making it 2-1. United still down. Cavani is also able to get his goal around the 74th minute. It all looks set to be a 2-2 draw, but in the 93rd minute, typical United fashion, Cavani scores a great header, seals the victory for United, and United get the 3 points. Now United, they've been inconsistent throughout the season, and they currently sit 8th in the league. So they're currently 8th in the league. Doesn't look too good for them, but not a bad result. Definitely an important win. Still a long season up ahead of them, so we'll see if they're able to find more consistency, or maybe they bring in some players during the transfer window to get the final touches in for the squad. But very important victory for United. Great match by Cavani. Hopefully we see more of those performances from him. I know United have been desperate for a number 7 that truly lives up to the number, but still too early to tell. So far so good from Cavani, and we hope to see more from them. Now, another game in the Premier League that I wanted to talk about was Tottenham. They went up against Chelsea, and it ended up just being a boring 0-0 draw. Definitely the student and the master going up against each other with Lampard and Mourinho. But yeah, just very little from both of them, and I was actually surprised. I thought Mourinho would be definitely more inclined to push forward and be a little bit more risky, especially after seeing that Liverpool drew the day before. They definitely wanted to take advantage of that draw that they suffered, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. But Tottenham still top of the league, looking good for them. Maybe Mourinho as well has some players he's thinking of bringing in. But so far so good for them. It definitely looks like they're gonna remain top of the league for a while at least. Hopefully no injuries or anything like that comes and spoils their season, but so far so good. Now over in Spain, Real Madrid ended up losing 2-1 to Alaves. Pretty surprising, honestly. Just a very bad game from Real Madrid. Very bad game. Yeah, I don't know. They just struggle for consistency. It's pretty weird, especially since they have a very similar lineup to previous years. Another blow to them though, with Hazard's injury. It's still unclear how long he's going to be out, but just when he was starting to pick up form, and he was starting to get more involved in Real Madrid, whether that be setting up goals or scoring himself, just getting more playing time, more consistent playing time, it just went away again. So we'll see how long he's out, and at this point I'm not sure if Real Madrid's gonna have the patience with Hazard. They might let him go at the end of this season. So yeah, hopefully speedy recovery for Hazard. Hopefully he comes back strong and can leave his mark on this Real Madrid team. Very emotional game for Barcelona. They went up against Osasuna. They paid tribute to Maradona before the match started. A very good game from Griezmann. Surprisingly, he did pretty well, bagging a goal himself. It was a great goal, great volley, just smashed it home. And later on in the match, Messi got his goal, and he got the fourth goal, I believe, and with that he dedicated that to Maradona, taking off his shirt and wearing the classic Newell's jersey that Maradona once wore. Very nice gesture from Messi. Very nice gesture from the club to pay homage to Maradona at the beginning. And yeah, very emotional game. Yeah, very, very nice gesture from Barcelona, but they're still doing poorly in the league, and they definitely need to pick up more victories, and just not lose any points, whether it be by a draw or losing. So they're struggling right now. They really are. Now moving on to Serie A, Napoli had a very, very big game, another emotional game for them as well, paying tribute to Maradona in the beginning of the game, and also at the minute 10. All the players kind of stopped play and just paid tribute to Maradona. Just Maradona being such an impactful player for Napoli and also Italian football in general. It just seemed right for that tribute. And also Insigne, the local boy, getting his goal. Also going to the bench and picking up a prepared celebration, a prepared jersey of Maradona that he could hold and simply pay his respects. And it was pretty nice seeing a local man like Insigne, who I'm sure Maradona was a great influence and a great inspiration to him. It was nice seeing him dedicate that goal. And if I recall correctly, he had I guess he was asked about this with a comparison between Maradona and Messi. This might have been like last year or recently, actually. And if I remember correctly, he said, yeah, we all know how good Messi is. We all know what he's done and what he means for the sport. And he might be the greatest, but for me, Maradona is everything. So that kind of sums up what Maradona meant to that city and to the people of that city. Now, the first place team in Serie A was AC Milan, and surprisingly, they pulled off a 2-0 victory up against Fiorentina, again without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So it looks like what they're doing in general seems to be working. I know earlier I seemed to think that the Zlatan effect was very prominent, that he was one of the main reasons, or one of the biggest reasons, why they were able to get all these victories. But it looks like they're a solid team in general. They're a solid team overall. They're top of the league. Hopefully they stay there for as long as they can. Honestly, I would like to see them win. I know, being a Ronaldo fan, it would be kind of sad to see Ronaldo not win a trophy, but being a Milan fan, I hope they secure a title. It got kind of boring with Juve winning it. Now, speaking of Juventus, they actually drew 1-1 going up against Benevento. It was a poor game from Juventus. I think maybe Pirlo is just not the right man for the job. Just very little experience from him in a managerial role, and I know he rested Ronaldo. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea, but either way, Juventus definitely has a superior squad. They should be winning these types of games. Very poor performance, and then to top it all off, they lose an important player, their striker Morata, getting a red card towards the end of the game. Very, very silly, and it's starting to look pretty bad for Juve. I believe they're currently 4th in the league, so it doesn't seem like they're going to be fighting for a trophy for the league title this year. Hopefully they bounce back. Hopefully they get more consistency. Hopefully they might sign a couple players here and there that could get them back to form. But as of now, Juve just don't look like a good team in general. They look mediocre, and I wonder how much of that has to do with Pirlo. I wonder how much of that has to do with the players, because we've been seeing little moments here and there going a while back already with Juve that they're not as good as people think they are. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week on the next football roundup. Peace.